What is up, guys? It is Turbo here, and welcome to this episode of the FIFA 13 career mode. This is episode 146, and we're getting near the 1.5 century of FIFA 13 career mode, which is just fantastic. But we are still in the January transfer window, and as you can see from the video, this is going to be a big, beefy episode. It's going to be nearly, well, pretty much 13 minutes of gameplay, so let's get straight into it. We have a match against Atletico Bilbao. We are at home, but they have two fantastic forward players in the form of Llorente and Munain, and De Marcos as well in the middle is fantastic. But he gives the ball away to Diawara, who is playing because I had to rotate my squad a little bit. My strikers are out as well with Ben Khalifa injured. But Diawara is going to have a lot more time in the first team than I would like, but Jesus Navas there goes through in the 3rd minute and does fantastically to just finish with his left foot into the bottom corner. And who knows, that could be Jesus Navas' last goal for the club. Because obviously, you know, he is a little bit old. I might look to sell him. I might look to keep him until he retires. You never know. But ooh, we start off that game fantastic. We could have had an even better start here. Luis Alberto going forwards after a fantastic switch by Jesus Navas. And the cross just was not on. And their defender does manage to clear it out. But we could have been 2-0 up already. And we were nearly 3-0 up. With again Navas going through, the man of the moment. And unfortunately his chip with his right foot could not find the back of the net. Otherwise, with 2-0 up, inside 20 minutes, it would have been game, set and match, really. I would have just been able to hold on to possession from then on. But they do have a chance here. Fantastic save by Diego Alves to stop the first shot. And the second one comes in. We'd managed to, well, we actually survive because they blast it over from the header. But unfortunately, they play some fantastic football there down that near side, playing 1-2s and everything. And they do eventually, I do give them a little bit too much time and space here, but they do eventually clear it out for a goal kick. And, yeah, Atletico Bilbao were actually going in the attack a little bit more than I would have liked in towards the end of the first half, especially. And Diego Alves with another fantastic save to keep things in our favour before we managed to nick the ball here through Medel. He instantly unleashes the pace of Luis Alberto, but unfortunately he could not get there. And that was kind of the story for the first half. You know, we were under pressure a lot more than I would have liked. And although we had a nice, healthy 1-goal lead, which could have been more, we looked like conceding, I'm afraid. So it took all the way up to the 50th minute for Diawara to get a goal, and he is a fantastic striker. Even as a rotation player, he is a really good striker. It's a shame I didn't play him more, but you know, Boney, Ben Khalifa and Mayuka are all better than him. So if they weren't all injured or on the reserves, then I would play them. But fantastic, he makes it 2-0, and this one I'm thinking, alright, let's make these substitutions, just the usual ones, and then let's just sit back and defend. So Cicinho comes on amongst others. I also bring off Jesus Navas so that he is fit and healthy for the next game. And well, the result is Nana Welbeck grabbing himself a goal off the post in the 69th minute. Tra-la-la. It really was a fantastic little bit of work by whoever that was on that far side, and then, well, it was just a nice comfortable finish for Nana Welbeck. On the spin, he managed to put it in off the post, like I've already said. And then that made it 3-0, and the match was very much in our control already. Atletico Bilbao were a little bit unfortunate, really. You know, I definitely feel that they deserve maybe 1 goal, maybe more. But what a mix-up there, Corker and the keeper. Luckily, there was no striker on hand to nick it. And the final score was 3-0 to us. Like I said, I do feel a little bit sorry for Bilbao because they did deserve maybe a goal, maybe more. But overall, I think it was good that we won. Oh, Milan are not willing to pay 20 million, so I put it up to 21, see if they're willing to pay that. They did increase their offer, but it just wasn't good enough. I accept the loan offer for my youngster to go out on loan, but unfortunately it looks like Milan are not going to be able to go for the Nana Welbeck offer. Juventus still want 5.2 million for my man Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I offered Reyes plus 3.4 before, if you didn't catch that last episode. And unfortunately they came back to me, they said no, they want a little bit more money, and they are actually still interested in Reyes. So I was perfectly happy to let Reyes go, but I realised that because he's a little bit old, he might not have that much value, so I decided to swap him out for Luis Alberto, see if they went to go for that. And meanwhile, Borussia Mönchengladbach actually accepted the 7 million counter offer I made for Cresswell, so it looks like he could be on the way out. But luckily for us, as you saw there, the talks were broken down. Milan still come back with a 60 million offer, and I'm going to counter offer one more time. If they're not willing to pay that, then they will not be getting Nana Welbeck. We do win 2-0 in the Spanish Cup. I have been simming all those matches because to me they're not really that important. But I do get an offer for Stefan de Vrij here. He is worth 9 million, and I instantly offer double that price because I do not want to sell him. He is a valuable centre half to me. and unfortunately they come back and they say no. As you saw there, I went through it a little bit too quickly, but the talks between Aaron Cresswell and Borussia Mönchengladbach actually broke down, so our transfer isn't going to go through. But this transfer isn't either. They said that they didn't want Luis Alberto, so I give them 3.8 million plus Reyes. See if they're going to go for that, because I really, really want this. But another international offer comes in, but like I said, I'm just not going to take any international offers. More transfers here. I reject an offer there for one of my players. Sorry, I accept an offer from Real Sociedad. He was only worth 1 million anyway, so I was all up for that. And Palmeiras again want De Vrij. They only increased their offer by a little bit, so you know, I wasn't really up for it. And I said if it was anywhere near 50 million, I probably could have accepted it and got myself another centre half in time before the transfer window shut. But I just showed you a few of the games there. One, we have a league match against Castilla, and I decided to sim it, and actually we lost 2-1. So that was very disappointing. And it doesn't really matter because we're on top by so much. But as you saw there, the player was sold, and I can go in again for Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't have the finance to offer him that much, so I just offer. I think I offered 4.9 million in the end, maybe. Or 4.5 million. And I really am looking I am really hoping that they accept it. But I'm also looking at this guy, Haris Vukic from Newcastle, 76 overall rated, and he's 22 years old, I believe. And I wanted to go for a straight swap, 24 years old, with Luis Alberto, but in the end I realised that it was not really worth it. I do reject the offer from Palmeiras eventually. Fiorentina want Kyle Walker, and I was really tempted to accept that, but I realised that he's my best right back, so there's absolutely no point in me doing it. They do finally accept the deal for Reyes, and here is my contract offer to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Hopefully he can come and be part of the squad. Vukic isn't. They're not you know, accepting the transfer Newcastle. So in the end I swap it for a centre half. See if they're going to do that. But in the end, if they don't, then I'm not really worried because I have an offer through for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain after Juventus finally accepted it. Then Oxlade-Chamberlain decided to be an absolute dickhead and say that he wants more money. So, what can I do? I offer him more money. I offer him 75 grand to see if they would accept that. And again, he says no. They want a little bit more money for this guy, Vukic. So I say, I just offer him a little bit. But in the meantime, Joaquin was sold there, if you didn't catch that. But then we finally have another match here in the Spanish Cup against Real Madrid. And of course, I'm going to play this one. And look who's on the bench, Ronaldo and Ozil. So fantastic. But we are at home, so we do have a little bit of an advantage. And I'm really, really thankful that Sevilla Garces did not find a better cross there. Otherwise, we could have been in trouble. And Modric could not do what he did midweek against Manchester United. And we do eventually clear the ball away and stop Real Madrid scoring nice and early in the 10th minute there. But Navas again, the man sprinting down the wing, is going to put a fantastic cross in. And we just could not find the way to goal. Casillas probably very grateful to catch that after the ball rebounded and deflected in the box a couple of times. But Sevilla Garces are again active down that far side, down this near side. And we do eventually manage to nick the ball from Sahin. And here we go on the counter attack. And that through ball was actually meant to go to Jesus Navas. But if you didn't notice, Mayuka was actually starting up front ahead of Diawara because, you know, like I said, Mayuka is more important to me. Gorka got really lucky to keep hold of the ball there, but we do go straight on the attack. Navas linking up with Walker, and Walker is just going to burn past these defenders. Burn, all that pace. And unfortunately, the cross wasn't that good, although we did managed to win a corner from it. Nothing came from the corner, unfortunately. As you can see here, we whip it in from Perotti, and Mayuka isn't able to challenge, and De Vrij isn't able to have a shot on goal. Although Mayuka does get really unlucky there to not have it go in, and then eventually Jesus Navas finds his way. Finds the way for his shot to go into the back of the net after he picks up the ball. After the ball was bouncing all over the place in the box, outside of the box, it was just really good pressure from Sevilla. And although, like I said, we didn't get anything from the initial corner, it did eventually lead to a chance here. As you can see, they blocked it. Mayuka's shot, saved by Casillas, headed out by the defender. Navas took control of it and smacked it into the bottom corner. Casillas unstoppable, unable to do anything with it. Navas unfortunately got tackled there, but we did win another corner and nothing came from it that time. When we moved into the second half, 1-0 up, and we weren't really creating much up front. As you can see, we got kind of a lucky goal. It was a really nice finish, but you know, it wasn't the best goal that I've scored, put it that way. And I could feel Real Madrid coming on to attack me, and I really wanted to keep a clean sheet, because if they got one goal, the chances are that they're probably going to get more. So I was thankful that Benzema managed to hit the post for me. And we did go straight in the counter-attack. Nana Welbeck putting a fantastic through ball through to Perotti. And unfortunately, Casillas got there ahead of him. Otherwise, we would have been through again. Madrid have another chance there through Di Maria. And he is going to, unfortunately, find the way into the back of De Vrij. And De Vrij again proving instrumental against Real Madrid. 100 as he did in the league. And then they bring the big boys on, Ozil and Ronaldo, both on the pitch. And so I felt that it was time for me to bring my big boy on. And Antonio Reyes. Is his name Antonio Reyes? I'm thinking of Valencia, aren't I? But I bring on Reyes and also some younger players in the form of my striker Alex Rubio and Luis Alberto to see if we can do anything going forwards. And thankfully we managed to win 1-0, but it was really, really lucky. But we do manage to knock out Real Madrid from the cup, so I am absolutely thankful for that. Unfortunately, the Ox still wants more money, and I'm not having it. I really don't want to give him any more. I really, really don't. He's just not worth that much to me, but I'm still going to have to go ahead and offer him 90,000, see if he accepts that. Unfortunately, he did not, as you're going to see here, and they still want more money for this guy, Vukic. So yeah, I'm just like, well, not really any point in me bringing him into the club for that much, because he's not really worth that much. And yeah, Perotti wants a new contract extension, so that's exactly what I'm going to give him. He's been playing well recently, and he is very instrumental in all our wins. So there we go. I offered him that. Unfortunately, they declined the offer again for this guy. So at this point, I'm thinking, you know what, give him 2.5 million. If they accept, great. If not, then what a shame, really. What an absolute shame. They did accept, which is lucky for me because I really need a striker. But I gave him the contract there that he wanted. I also offered this guy, Hamil, a little contract booster. He's only 21 years old and rated 71, so he's a really good player for a free agent, that is. We have another BBVA match against Espanyol. This time I sim it again, and it looks like we lose, but we're still on top, thank God. My free agent signs for 10 grand, and I'm going to reject that offer for Perotti. And finally, it's the end of the episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please leave a comment below if you enjoyed the video, and if you've liked the transfers that I've made so far. Leave me a comment if you haven't as well. As you can see, we are still top, but only by 4 points, so the league is going to get tight, and it's going to get tight quickly. So hopefully we can hold on for the win at the end of the season. But thanks for watching. Like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe. And apart from that, guys, I will see you next time. Bye!